Hi, I'm Merrick Tomato,
And I'm Classic Gamer.
and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse.
Yes.
We gotta get a key to a safe
Bijou had told
from
me she
Bijou.
didn't have anything to do with the business.
But she lied, because she's stupid.
But Lane said the
Well,
opposite.
not stupid.
One
Well,
of them was lying.
she is stupid, but that's not why she lied.
Bijou, it's George again.
If she doesn't want to talk to us, why did she buzz us up?
The air was heavy with incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater.
Ooh, record broke.
What happened?
Josh, please help me. I am lost.
There was a smashed record on the floor.
Oh, help me. You must help me.
What's
No,
wrong, Bijou?
I don't want to help you.
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now our song.
You mean the record? How did it happen?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
Or maybe you shouldn't be drinking.
Maybe you should get it on, like, MP3 or CD or something.
What song was it, Bijou?
I know records sound better, but you should have a backup.
Lost.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine. It was our song.
I'll see what I can do. Lane tells me you've got the provenance, that you did all the paperwork for the gallery.
Oh dear. My head is going round and round and round.
Bijou, I need to know.
All the papers are in the safe. In the gallery office. Stop asking all these questions.
Alright, guess I'll just get the cops down here.
Bijou.
Well, no, the cops are
where's the
idiots.
key
Never
to the
mind.
safe?
It's not gonna work.
Henri? You're not Henri. I'm keeping the key just like Henri asked.
Could I borrow that key, please?
Oh, I need my tune. Nothing else matters.
I couldn't get any sense out of her in that state. I had to find a way to get the safe key.
Please help me.
Give me the key and then I'll help you. No? Okay.
You pick
Henri
up the
looked
flower.
very much at peace.
Oh, thank God for that.
Stealing a flower from a corpse. How low had I sunk?
But he'll still do it, even though he can't fathom why he needs it yet. He's just a kleptomaniac.
I arrived back at the shopping arcade.
After you talk to Bassam, try just looking at
Hey,
the video
Bassam, how's
security
business?
shutter. I'm just curious what he's going
Good
to
to
say.
see you, George. Gotta say, the new branding's hitting the demographic right between the eyes. Sold
Are
anything?
you getting any customers?
This is a soft market, George. Look to the margins. Look to the margins.
This is a
So you
pretty.
have-
This is the scene. I don't think he is. This is a pretty dead corner of a pretty scuzzy mall.
What's your latest bargain?
Bargain? I prefer the word incentivizer, George. Look at the store. Something for everyone, and everything for someone.
Any other bargains?
Got a batch of phone covers.
Let me guess. Rhinestones?
Got it in one.
I still think it would be cool if this was Nijo.
I had
Yeah,
a closer look at
I
Bassam's
don't
stuff.
think you're wrong there.
Check it out, George.
I mean, it would be weird that Nijo grew up while George has been, like, locked in time, but still.
Startling.
Bobbins and threads. The stock range on the stall was impressive. Nice selection of sandwiches you have.
That's actually my lunch, George.
That's a lot of lunch.
They looked interesting. A stack of those cards that play music when you open them. What are those things?
Oh, is his
pots,
lunch?
all empty.
All of these sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
George, what can I do for you?
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Oh, I have found the song on YouTube, Jasmine, and I have downloaded it. It's now on my phone.
That's by the Harry
You
Love
think it's good then?
It's a good song. I mean, gonna wait a bit after we finish the game before actually listening to it frequently because I'm getting a little tired of it, I'll admit, but...
Done. Thanks.
That's perfectly
Any other
understandable.
Not since you last.
I mean, given certain what end of the spectrum I fall into, I do have a tendency to overfixate and once listen to the same song 50 times in a row.
The Vera's shutters were down again.
Oh, do you know what? I was coming back from
You're coming back from where?
I was coming back from seeing my other half at the weekend, last weekend. I was trying to remember, but I was trying to think about it, and I listened to Shatter, that is Bray Wyatt's theme song, and I listened to it all the way from the station where she lives, all the way to home, on repeat.
You know what's probably my favorite entrance music?
What?
Rowdy Pipers.
My favourite was...
For two reasons. One, it's my favorite wrestler. Two, it's my people's national anthem.
Oh, fair enough.
It's Scotland the Brave.
My favourite was Triple H's. Then I really like The Undertaker's, even though it's just a dong and a very slow.
Steve Austin.
Not really listen to Steve Austin's properly.
You know what my favorite thing that Steve Austin ever did was?
What?
I think he almost killed Vince McMahon.
Did he?
Oh, he hated McMahon.
Did he? Was that just like in the script, like in like the storylines, or did they?
In the wrestle when they actually wrestled, he hurt him more than was strictly necessary.
I think I would have hated him too.
Bijou?
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri.
I can be an Henri.
How about this card? It plays the tune.
There's no way in hell one of these musical greeting cards will play the entire tune.
Oh, how wonderful!
He just repeats
Dance
it.
with me, Henri.
Also, the quality's a little too good for one of those musical fucking greeting cards. Those were all the rage for a while.
Dressing table. I daubed some rouge on my cheeks. How about a little blue?
Do you know what? Right, when I was you have to go and get the hair from the
color.
From the dog.
Bijou used a pungent flowery scent. I didn't want it on me.
When
I once painted my
what was I
toenails
gonna
with
say?
my mother's varnish.
I completely
Still
forgot.
not sure why that made her cry so much. I grabbed a strip.
I was about to say something now. I've completely forgotten what it was. Gone.
I cleaned my face before getting up.
So in case you haven't figured it out, we have to make ourselves look like Henri, which is why we stole the flower from the dead body, and why we're stealing hair from this aberration.
I'll see you in Rio.
So I had a card like that from my uncle, and it was like a funny card. So it was a glowworm is so happy. Something. How it ends. The last line is, "How can you be unhappy?" And he opened it, and it does like a really like one of those sort of squeaky voices, but in like the sound of like
bring Henri back to life.
One of those. I can't really explain it, but there's like woodworm in like Simon the Sorcerer, and they have these really sort of high pitched voices to symbolise what they are, and the same thing happened in this card, and it ended with when when you're a glowworm, how can you be unhappy when the sun shines out your bum? And he just has a picture of the glowworm with a light coming out of the end of its tail.
Quite there yet.
And I've still got it. I've still got that letter. I've still got that card.
Now, this baffles me that we'd use the wax strips and the hair from the dog to make fake mustache. Because that's something that fucking Gabriel Knight 3 was infamous for. Was the cat hair mustache puzzle. Like, there's articles credited as killing the adventure game genre.
I didn't want it on my eyes, but perhaps a slight dusting.
This is like their games Aquaman Battle for Atlantis or Superman the Man of Steel that just kind of mimic Superman 64's gameplay.
Behind the glasses.
Yeah.
I added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a guy.
Don't forget the Brett.
Getting there, but I needed a little more. I had the outfit exactly, but I needed something extra to ensnare the senses.
I will teach you to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses.
Henri and I had a similar build, but how
I
can
can see you had a bottle of fame and even put a stopper in there.
For starters,
But perhaps there are some of you coming to us with such a degree of talent as to not pay attention. Ah, Mr. Potter, what is that you said to me before? Ah, yes. Yippee-ki-yay.
As I looked in the mirror,
Motherfucker.
I saw Henri looking back at me.
There, we're a hippie now.
Henri, there you are, you naughty boy. Dance with me, my little roll mop. I've missed you.
With pleasure, Cherie.
Henri, isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
Now, this might... I don't particularly like Bijou as a character. But this might be the single most manipulative and evil thing George has ever done. Like,
Well, he is silly enough to believe that it's Henri, if he knows that Henri is.
yeah, because she's grief-stricken and out of her goddamn mind.
Are you now defending Bijou?
No, I'm just attacking George.
Bijou, darling, I need the safe key. Do you have it?
Of course. Didn't I promise? Here it is, sweetie.
Oh, George, what are you like?
I don't know if you picked up on this, but Jasmine is Henri and Wilf. They were in the Harry Lobsters. They did that
I
song.
had the key.
And I don't know, but dancing to your own song seems a little narcissistic.
Letter of provenance.
I can't even tell it's them singing it, to be honest.
Oh, we've
Mind
never
you,
heard him.
Henri doesn't really say much in the game at all because he dies right at the
He
start.
dies immediately.
At the cafe.
Oh, good, this
Yeah,
fecker.
he stood in the way of the government. I mean, why would you do that?
Is everything all right, Father?
Unless you're a fucking idiot.
No, my son, not at all. Great evil is upon us.
Oh, look, the genocidal one.
That sketch you showed me in the gallery, the study from La Maledictio. It showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros. A dangerous image.
Dangerous?
The symbol represents a heresy, an object that the Gnostics call the Tabula Veritatis.
The tablet of truth?
It is a tablet of lies, a tool of Lucifer.
So, you're suggesting that this image of the Tabula Veritatis is hidden in the Ouroboros on the painting?
It is obvious now. The Ouroboros is a symbol of the Gnostics, and the tree it contained symbolized knowledge, hidden Gnostic knowledge.
How is La Maledictio connected to all this?
I believe it contains clues that point to the location of the tablet. Clues constructed for a Gnostic to solve. If someone were to decrypt the painting and find the Tabula Veritatis, who knows what evil would be unleashed upon the world?
Wouldn't it make more sense for us to use it to find the thing and then just keep people from getting it?
Tell me more about this tab.
Oh, no.
Oh, of course
No.
not. Why?
Is an
There
artifact
wouldn't be a
capable
game,
of
would there?
undoing the whole of
Oh
the
no,
world?
we'd still have to decode the painting
Was smuggled out of the
and
Holy
find the
Land
tablet.
millennia ago
That's a game.
and brought to Europe by the Cathars,
True, I
an
suppose.
evil Gnostic.
A valid point.
Well, puzzle game, and
109,
that's what this is.
The Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar heartlands of southern France.
There's no such thing as a glorious crusade. A crusade's just a fancy way of saying a
Evil
fucking genocide.
Gnosticism. My order
Mostly failed genocides.
were formed at that time to seek out and eradicate any remaining Gnostics. But we failed in our primary objective. We did not find the Tabula Veritatis. We presumed it lost, but the painting suggests it is still in Gnostic hands.
Were the Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight, but like a weed, their roots were deep. We did not fully destroy their evil.
Oh, how sad for you. You failed to complete a genocide, you fucking monster.
Well, no. He's saying that the people that are the Gnostics are the ones that want to do the genocide.
No, he's not.
Is he not?
He said, like, his group, the Dominicans, tried to exterminate the Cathars and the Gnostics. And he's sad that they failed to exterminate. He's basically a Dalek, is what we're looking at right now. He's a fucking Dalek. If you want more information on the Cathars, by the way, play Gabriel Knight 3. In a museum in like the first area of the game, there's a whole lot of information on that, on the Templars, and all sorts of shit.
I still don't get why the Gnostics...
Gabriel Knight, that's the Templars as well, is it?
They see God
In the third one, yeah.
as simply the creator of the
'Cause
it's about the Grail.
world, and reveal Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual realm.
Wow. What's so terrible about this tablet?
You know what I also find funny about the word Cathar?
What?
Like Lucifer
It's in Star Wars. It's the name for a race of like
We
cat
must talk
people.
somewhere more private.
Well, thank you, Father. That was
Oh,
some
okay.
story.
You can play one in the Old Republic, actually.
Is knowledge. There are those
I still need to
who
play
will do
that game.
anything to find the tabula.
No, you don't.
Please excuse
It's not
me.
worth it.
I have to get back
What,
to
Knights of the
town.
Old Republic?
I
No,
will
the
remain
Old
here
Republic, the online
for
one.
you when no one-
Oh, the Old Republic.
I have more I must
Well, there's a Cathar in Knights of the Old Republic, actually, now that I think about it.
I'd
But
given
that's
the
beside the
jump to
point.
Find the provenance, but I was really looking forward to hearing what else Father Simeon had to tell me.
Ugh, the waiter. I'm just not going to talk to him this time. I have nothing to say to him.
The door was locked.
This is a weird-looking lizard. There was a drink back in like the early 2000s, late 90s called Sobe, and it looks like the logo for Sobe.
Sobe?
Sobe, yeah.
Is that with an S or Z?
S.
Oh, Sobe. Okay.
Not technically before my time, but before I was really having my time, if that makes any goddamn sense at all.
Time to look in the safe.
You're not gonna probably know about this particular event, but in that I was born in 1987.
I opened the compartment again.
And we had a hurricane over here in the UK, better known as the Storm of 87. And we had a woman from Miami, of all places, call up the BBC and tell Michael Fish, who was the weatherman at the time, that we were going to get a hurricane. And he came on national TV and said some woman rang the BBC and said there was a hurricane on the way. Don't worry, there isn't. And then there was. Let's just say it ruined his career. Because, like, and I mean, you could say, like, why is someone from Miami ringing the BBC with this information when
Well,
she's on the other side?
I think he may have left out some important information, because was the woman some random lady, or was the woman a meteorologist?
I think I'm not sure. I think it was just a person who probably watched it. Who I think that you could watch.
Oh yeah, the Stormwatcher. Yeah. I take their
No,
word
no,
for
no.
it.
I think, but I can't. I don't think in '87 or the '80s you could watch in America British BBC at the time, because now you can. There is BBC America, so the BBC does advertise over in America. Funnily enough, though, they don't charge the Americans TV licenses,
Nope.
because it would be a real pain in the arse to send round their salesmen to the people's homes to harass them for paying TV
Yeah,
licenses.
especially in an open carry state.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, I need to. Excuse me, I need to check your TV license. Bang. Yeah, I don't think that's a problem they want to deal
The
with.
thing is, I actually watched a video about these people getting interviewed about the TV license, and they actually were asking. I think it was in New York, and they go, "Do you know over in the UK they have to pay to watch a TV?" And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." So on my phone, if I want to watch the BBC on my phone, I'm out and about, I have to have a TV license.
That's
If
ridiculous.
I'm not in my home,
That's
It is-
ridiculous.
it is outdated. There's also this myth, and people believe it's true, about the TV license detector van, or the TV detector vans. If people are watching from the UK, they are a myth. They never existed. So if you hear people talking about them, they are liars. It's
But
BS.
interesting, I have an interesting life hack that might help you. People in England who can't watch TV because they don't have a TV license. You get a good HDMI cable, connect your computer to the flat screen TV screen, and just watch whatever you want through streaming, because there's nothing really worth it on television these days.
No, even some streaming services, you need to have a TV license.
Well, that's ridiculous.
It's not just the BBC. It's everything else on the TV. Even though ITV have paid adverts or commercials, we still have to pay a TV license. The BBC don't have adverts at all. It's all paid, and the
Well,
TV
then
license.
here's what you do. Everybody, just stop paying the TV license. Just
Some
everyone.
people
No, everyone. Everyone stop, because you cannot. A law that just everyone agrees they will not follow is no longer a valid law. I mean, it's a real law, but if no one's following it, they.
The problem is that they do some pretty shady things to get people in trouble in the courts. So when they take people to court, they send you letters saying you'll be visited by a TV license inspector, in big red letters, and it uses language that is meant to intimidate and threaten. And then when they take you to court, mainly single mums with young children are the ones that get caught. Do you know what they charge them in court? The cost of a TV license for a year, which is £169 a year. That's the fee you pay in court, plus for court costs.
A note was attached.
Now, unfortunately, there is an act of parliament which means we have to pay the TV license.
Your darling Wilfred.
Well, there's one proper action in this case. Overthrow the government and have that repealed.
Well, the government just there was a new thing where they renewed their thing with Capita, who does the TV licensing stuff, and that's going through until 2027. But the government have said they need to start. I mean, every other service offer subscription except the BBC. The BBC don't offer.
There is something we stole here that, some coins, some matches, a tea biscuit, a cockroach, whatever. This is a diamond ring we just stole. That's getting that's no longer just adventure game stuff. That's you're starting to actually get into proper larceny here, George.
That had to be the elusive provenance. It clearly stated that
But
was
if you look up what you need a license for, They even say if you have Netflix, you have to have a TV license. But if you cancel your Netflix don't come round and start threatening you with court action.
Exactly.
But the BBC does.
You know what, and you know what the right answer to all this is?
What?
Either overthrow them and and stop it, or there's nothing worth watching on TV anyway. Just get a DVD player. Just get a Blu-ray player.
I mean, I saw a video where this guy got caught apparently watching TV, and he only had monitors and watching a DVD player, and the guy said, "What do you watch?" He goes, "DVDs." And he's like, "Well, how did what was on the DVD get on the DVD player?" And he goes, "Don't give me that ball. It was done in a studio, in like a DVD studio, in like a place that puts them on." They actually pulled that trick on him, but he was very wise to the answer he gave.
Just what I needed to cut through the glass.
Like, I hope they apparently there was a poll in the last few months of this year where 97% of the country said TV license needs to go. 3% still want it.
Well,
it's good for money.
Capture whoever, hold someone hostage.
Don't let them.
Shoot someone. Violence is the answer here.
And the worst thing about it, right, is that the fee doesn't even go towards anything constructive. Like Doctor Who is made in BBC Studios. The license doesn't pay for that. Do you know what the fee does pay? It pays for all the executives who get all
obviously
this,
like microtransactions in video games.
Yeah, so they get like a nice office with a potted plant.
Some fucker. I can't remember which fucker. But he suggested that video games start asking for tips in-game as well.
What?
Yes.
Fuck off!
Exactly. I say scrap the microtransactions, too. And lower the price back to where it was 20 years ago, because the games have just gotten worse, not better.
Fortunately, I hadn't forgotten.
Not all games have got worse.
Most games have got... Look, any game that has microtransactions is not worth paying money for.
There is kind of microtransactions in Resident Evil 2 Remake, for example, but
then just play the normal one.
Well, no. All it is just the guns and stuff you get by completing the game. That's all it is. It's just literally getting like the unlimited gun.
And how much is the game? And what's the game's retail price?
Now probably.
Well, no, when it came out, when the microtransactions were introduced.
They didn't come out straight away.
That's some scuzzy cuntery. That is.
I don't think it came out straight away. I can't remember. It was
back
in 2019.
That should be illegal.
It was back in 2019, mate.
Also, if any of you buy microtransactions, you're part of the problem. Honestly, you're making everything worse for everybody.
I did get some of the extra content that then was available to download extras. But I think it was like $250 or something like that for what it was. I didn't get it, so I just bought it because I had to complete the game on Nightmare mode.
There's only one proper. If a game has microtransactions, it is your right, nay, your duty to pirate that game. Do not give them anything. They've lost that right.
Pure light will win. So it was written in the
steal everything.
I bought the collector's edition of all the Resident Evils. I bought 7, I bought 8, I bought 2, I bought 3, I bought 4, and I'm glad that I did it. I think I did get some DLC with it, like some extra costumes and stuff, but that was bought with the game. I don't know. I think it probably did come out at the same time with the game, probably. But I had to complete it on Nightmare mode to unlock these extras, and I tried it on that mode, and it's actually very hard on Nightmare mode. It's not impossible, but I just couldn't be bothered to go through all the problems of trying to do it. And
my God,
I think at one point I ran out of healing items.
I know this looks like...
It doesn't matter right now.
Like you've been caught red-handed?
Microtransactions are objectively bad. There is no argument I will accept.
Excuse me.
It was only one thing. It was only one item.
That's one too
Oh.
many. That's one too many.
I wouldn't call that a microtransaction.
Nico, hang on.
Is it money
just
you
a-
spend aside from the
Lane, it's not what it looks
SRP
like.
of the game?
Murdering a
The
priest, Snowboy?
microtransactions that
Is there
I
no
consider
end to your depravity?
microtransactions is like in
It's a
Rainbow
simple
Six Siege,
misunderstanding. Look, I
buying
need
the
to go. I'll be
R6
at Nico's
credits.
apartment.
Well, what
to
you
buy
consider
things in the game.
microtransactions is irrelevant because any money aside from what you pay to get the what back in my day, you bought the game, you got the game. There wasn't any of this extra shit.
Nico.
And
Well, on the when you buy like the elite outfits on Siege,
then
in
you're
order-
a shit and you're helping everything get worse.
no, hang on. They're not. You gain in-game currency called renown.
Knocked me
You get that from
down.
playing games, but
Did
you
you get a
don't.
look at it?
And you can win
No.
R6 credits on the battle
Happened
pass
so
now.
quick, and then
So
he
you
was
can buy
gone.
the battle pass.
Battle
and
passes
buy
are
extra-
another piece of shit thing that needs to go.
Mess.
It's basically just a season
It's
pass.
blood.
It's basically what
That's
it is.
not a good thing. That's a bad thing. That's a fucking TV license, essentially.
Badly hurt. Or dead.
I'm not. I don't.
You're
mind
conning
this-
yourself. Like
I
if
don't
you,
mind. I don't mind a season pass if it's like
I
for
do.
a year.
I do. It's you. You charge me this price for the game. That if you can't run a successful business on I don't know what its pound sterling value is, but on a $70 game, your business has no right to exist.
The devil?
If you can't be profitable with $70 per game, which is too much, frankly.
Okay, but who?
But
Simeon and Marquez were both attacked at the same time. Just what are we up against?
it's just greed. It's pure fucking
But
greed.
whoever came here was looking for something. The place has been ransacked.
I will
I'm
admit the
going to clean
worst
up.
company for
I'll be back in a
microtransactions is EA
Okay,
by
I'm
an
gonna
absolute
go in.
country mile. They're the worst for it.
Ooh,
They actually
Activision
got-
Blizzard. Activision Blizzard's pretty bad too.
And they are as well. But they actually
There's
EA
still quite
actually
a
got in
blood
trouble
stain.
for what they did
I
with
really hope
fucking
that Marquez
Battlefront
was
2,
all right.
Star Wars Battlefront 2. They got hounded for that.
Warner
Absolutely
Brothers.
fucking
Warner Brothers too. They're awful for this.
There'd clearly been a struggle.
What, you mean for Batman and
Marquez
stuff?
must have put up quite a fight.
Batman, Suicide Squad, Shadow of War.
It was
Also,
Marquez's family photo.
Assassin's Creed as well. You can get like an XP booster.
Oh, Ubisoft is just shit at everything.
Marquez wouldn't have
In
been
every
the
way.
person who left the photo behind.
I mean, they won't even fire the rapists. Fuck Ubisoft.
Signs of a
But
struggle.
the elite outfits you can get on Siege.
Can
Can
can't
you
get
stop
them-
promoting the fucking they're bad. That's end of that discussion. This has been going on too long.
It was one of the photographs that
I wasn't-
taken during the robbery. It showed a section.
Mentioning it is even too much. It's bad. There are no exceptions.
Marquez had scribbled the word sons across the photograph. I wonder what he meant. Marquez had circled one of the figures and written Judas.
No, he wrote Judas. That's an A,
This was
George.
Syrian. Back in Bible class, Judas was definitely one of the bad guys.
This is something that's in this game that's kind of bothering me, I gotta say.
What?
That, Magdalena, and it's not the same thing that's written. Why? Come on. Amateur.
Marquez had circled one of the figures.
Some amateur hour
and
horseshit.
identified her as Magdalena. That had to mean Mary Magdalene.
The caption box and what's actually written don't match. Kind of a problem. Well, it's not a major problem, but still, it's...
We found everything.
no, we haven't checked the chair yet, I
The
don't
chair
think.
had been knocked over in the fight.
Also, Nico's was tampering with evidence by mopping up the blood.
It was Marquez's medallion.
We don't know for sure what happened.
Hey, George, you find anything?
Marquez's medallion. And one of your photos of the robbery. Marquez scribbled all over it. I think he was trying to work something out in the painting. Simeon must have been right. The painting is some kind of map.
We should... Hold on, my phone. Hello? Oui?
This is Inspector Navet.
Oh, not Nave. Not again.
For the American. Monsieur Stobart, are you with him?
Yes, he's right here.
Mon Dieu! Stay calm, madame. Where exactly are you?
In my neighbor's apartment. But why do you...
Do not worry. I am just moments away. Give very careful. He is armed and highly dangerous.
But he seems so charming.
No, he isn't, and no, he doesn't.
The leopard never changes his straps.
Leopards don't have stripes, you idiot.
That was Nave. You're in big trouble.
Lane saw me with Simeon's body. He set me up for sure.
Well, Nave's on his way, and he'll be here any moment.
Question is, what was Lane doing back in
We
the
have
bloody?
to go, Nico, now.
How do we know that
Go
Lane
in the
didn't
backstairs.
kill
We'll go to
Simeon?
Fleur's shop.
We don't.
Exactly.
Ah, there you are. Right on time.
Sorry, Fleur, but we can't stop.
Suit yourself.
Damn it. Sergeant Moo is outside the door. He's talking to someone.
Oh no, it's Adam,
Who?
my neighbor.
Ah, the pug lover with the trashed apartment.
That's the one.
You ever notice there's sometimes like
Fleur,
really long
you said
pauses between
right on
lines?
time. What did you mean?
No, I can't
30
say
more
I do.
seconds and you would have been caught. Charged with the murder of a priest.
Whoa. How do you know about that?
Something quite nicely there.
No
Notice this is
travels
certain.
fast through the ether,
rules.
Georges. Take this.
And people don't seem capable of talking and moving at
What
the
do I
same
do
time,
with a
talking and
pug?
walking at the same time for some reason.
Bribe Moo with a nice Aran sweater?
You will find the way. Now, excuse me. I think it's time you planned your escape.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi, Nico. They say I can't go up to my apartment.
Nope, you can't. You live here now.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. Yeah, I'm George, by the way.
Adam, I live in the apartment next to Nico.
I know. I mean, how interesting.
Fleur, can I sit here for a while until the police let me back in?
By all means.
For one of the most dishonest characters in all of adventure games, George is a shockingly bad liar.
So what now?
You take a look around.
He's
I'll see if
just
there's a
so
way to
obvious
move.
when he lies. Like, how can you tell if George Stobart is lying?
George Lobart.
His mouth is moving.
Not everything he says is
There
a
were
lie, to
boxes
be fair.
stacked along the wall. They were all labeled.
Yeah, another lie. Not all these boxes are
Flower
labeled.
food, ribbon. Pee-pee.
Well, we can't see the ones at the back,
Okay,
can we, off
labels.
screen?
This isn't labeled. This isn't labeled. That isn't labeled.
My curiosity was aroused.
So he's lying.
It was a plastic statue.
He's either lying or incompetent.
Careful with that. It's just come in. Special order.
What is it?
A replica mannequin piece. Fill it with water, pop in some batteries, and watch it go tinkle.
Huh.
Very tasteful.
Very odd is what it is.
Maybe talk to Fleur before we finish off with this bit as well.
Hey there, Adam.
And Nico.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, George. What can I do for you?
Do you know what's going on with the
Not
police?
call me by my first name when we've just met and I haven't told
no,
you you could do
tell
that?
me.
It's Mr. Stobart to
I
you?
mean, strange.
Are you defending
It's
George?
annoying.
No.
I'm really tired.
It just pisses me off when people I don't know call me by my first name.
I've just
Oh.
come back from a coin fair. It was mega.
Well, that's fascinating. So, tell me more about this coin fair.
Why are you asking that,
It's
George?
Europe's biggest. So much to see.
I bet. Do you know Nico well?
No, not really.
Good. I mean, good for you.
Then why did you ask her to watch your apartment and water your plants if you don't know her well?
What are you listening to?
My meditation music. Crashing waves and trickling forest streams.
Do you like Brett?
Ugh, smells like something died.
Something did.
Indeed. Many Bothans died to bring us this scent.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm just clocked on with that.
God damn
That
it.
was
George.
That did get you a little chuckle though. I heard the chuckle.
It's the Star Wars. It's just freaking Return of the
I
Jedi.
think Adam would be interested.
What do you think of my friend?
Hey, have you met?
No, it
Trent?
wasn't Return of the Jedi. It was,
Yes, it was.
New Hope.
What is it?
A
It was
cockroach.
New Hope.
You say you're a friend of Nico's?
Oh,
Yeah, we're.
no, it wasn't.
You surprise me.
No,
No, it's said by Mon Mothma.
Oh no.
And Mon Mothma is not in. Well, I disagree with the title in New Hope. It's just called Star Wars, technically.
Adam,
Why do you
you ever
disagree
see a
with the
medallion like this?
well?
Well, it was released as Star Wars
Pretty old, to be honest.
originally.
Oh yeah, because that was because they were just looking to make.
What do you
was it
think
just
about
one?
this ring,
One?
Adam?
Was it
Yeah.
always going to be 3 though?
I'm
Well, it
flattered.
is only 3 as far as I'm concerned.
No. I mean, was it only originally going to be 3? Was that George's vision? George's vision.
Yeah, actually, it is George. And they're both equally unlikable.
I don't mind George.
He
I
utterly
don't-
broke and ruined his own franchise just to keep his ex-wife from getting any of the royalties, and pretended it was
I
artistic.
didn't think he'd be interested.
Yeah, and he also sold his own franchise, and it went down the shitter.
Oh, it was down the shitter before he sold it.
If he like
Remember Galactic Dance-Off? That was him.
Galactic Dance
Rich
Off.
T?
The Xbox Kinect Star Wars game?
No thanks.
No, I didn't play the Connect really.
Don't. You can't play the Kinect. They're barely games.
Fancy drink?
You could get an Xbox Connect, but it was like had like a 32 gig.
Whiskey.
It was also
Oh,
awful.
Cola.
None of the games
still-
were worth
and,
playing.
And Microsoft still tried to charge you 150 or something quid for it.
Their original plan was that you needed the Kinect and it would spy on you all the time.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what they wanted to do with the Eye on the Xbox One.
So, what do you think of this coin?
Microsoft
Oh
wanted
my
to spy on
god,
people
that's a
and no one
flat on
knows.
12 ruble.
It is? I mean,
But
yeah,
that,
of course it
I'm
is.
afraid, is invasion
You know,
of privacy here,
it's
Microsoft.
gonna be a
I gotta
rough
say,
day, Adam.
PlayStation has always
Well, you
been
said-
better at naming their
I'll get my
consoles
pal
with
Stefan to
Sony.
value it.
Because
The
PlayStation,
coin shop's
PlayStation
around
2,
the corner.
PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation
Maybe
5.
you could use the money
Xbox,
to
on the other
decorate
hand,
your apartment.
Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One S. It's nonsense. They're nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, like, the 360 was probably far superior to the PS3. Because I had a 360. And I had a PS3.
Now we just need to end console exclusivity.
Oh, well, no, they're
Stop the
still
disc.
doing that.
No, I know they're doing it. They need to stop doing it.
Yeah, I know. Like, Microsoft has
Ocean
fucking bought
Dreamscape. Just
Bethesda.
what I needed with the
So
video
now
games,
Elder
Adam.
Scrolls 6 is going to come out on fucking Xbox first. It's absolutely
A small
disgraceful.
battery powered the CD player.
And
But
Sony
that's the-
needs to stop having
Come in
God.
handy.
They need to release the God of War games on anything, on basically everything as well.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Why does Microsoft have to not have exclusive? Well, Sony gets to have exclusive. That doesn't make sense.
Because the exclusives that Sony have got, like Last of Us and Uncharted and all that kind of stuff, that they were made specifically for the graphics of the
I
PS3.
slotted the
They
battery
don't
in the
work
mannequin.
with the Xbox
A jaunty
graphics.
series of LEDs lit up around the
It will
figure.
look right.
Okay, it's I don't know. That seems like a double standard.
Or,
That seems like a double standard to me.
well,
I poured the whiskey
let me
slightly
explain what I
red,
mean, so
slightly.
that there's no misconstrued. So what I mean is that
Oh,
the
we
graphics,
gotta distract Moo, and we do that by making him piss
I
himself.
placed the statue in the trolley and
Yes.
switched on the water.
the
mannequin
there's like
showed
Detroit
display the steam of
Beyond
golden whiskey.
Become Human.
Nice.
Ugh.
And the graphics in there, they're so realistic, like Heavy Rain. They're so realistic.
Okay.
They would-
Okay. Whatever.
What?
Fucking
What?
realistic graphics and beyond. All right.
Flirt, do you
Fucking
mind if I
David
change
Cage
the music?
bullshit. Polygons is emotions. Fucking asshole, David Cage.
No, well,
The sound of lapping
what
waves
I
was
mean
affecting
is
mood.
that
But I
games
was gonna
like
do something
that,
more
because
to
they are
open
they're more the exclusive games on the Xbox. I'm not saying they're terrible. They're not
Gave the
terrible.
trolley a push. Flo
But
certainly kept her bearings
they-
well greased.
The games like Heavy Rain, that kind of thing. If you
You mean
look
the
at
game's
them,
not worth playing?
No, Heavy Rain is definitely worth playing. It's a fantastic game. So it's Beyond Two Souls.
Barely
Two
a
of the best
video.
games
It's
on.
barely a video game. It's an interactive movie written by an idiot.
Yeah,
Let's go,
no,
Nico.
yes, no, you're right. I was about to say that. You're right. It
To
is
see
more like
Bijou.
a movie.
But this is the thing. It's a really really bad movie as well because the writing is awful in David Cage games because he's a terrible writer. One of the worst.
I thought Heavy Rain Beyond Two Souls was really good.
Yeah.
I think they're both really, really good.
Heavy Rain is some of the worst storytelling I've seen in a video game before.
What about Beyond Two Souls? Have you seen that one?
Yeah, that one's also. It's not as bad as Heavy Rain, but it's pretty fucking bad.
I mean, they have now released them on. They are now on
Bijou, I need to talk to you.
Steam, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
No, it really can't.
I mean, it's more shovelware shit for Steam, I guess.
I was just looking to see if it was, and they are. Detroit Become All Human, Beyond Two Souls, and Heavy Rain.
In the daylight.
I
Pack of shit.
like them.
It's just a pack of shit. Is David Cage's gameography.
But I personally think the story of Heavy Rain is just. I like how the story can change depending on your decisions.
The thing for me is it has the twist is awful. And the twist is awful because it is only a twist because the game actively lies to you.
Bijou, we're here to clear up a few points if you don't
Because the
mind.
detective's the killer. Like, I just saved you, 20 hours of a terrible gaming experience.
I've played the game before.
Well, I'm talking to the audience.
Ah.
He's the killer. There, saved you some time. But the fact that we can play the game without knowing also there's that whole section as the reporter girl, which is a dream. Fuck off. Honestly.
I don't remember the game. I played it years ago on PS3, and I haven't really played it again since.
And clearly it's not as good as you think it was if you haven't played it since.
I love the game.
You love the game, but you don't remember it and you haven't revisited it.
Well, I couldn't LP it because it was on PS. I can do it now because it's on PC.
Hobbs appears to know you very well.
I would much
saw
rather play
sketches
Beyond
of
Two
you in
Souls. I
portfolio.
think that game I
Must have been
prefer
a study
than
for
Heavy Rain.
painting.
For me, it's the better story.
there's nothing else?
Quite sure.
And Detroit Become Human is also a really good game. I played that when it came out. Really enjoyed it. Haven't played, but it's a game that that I played the game once and I like it. And I say I've played it. At least I haven't played it.
It's just a Blade Runner
Did you know
ripoff.
the provenance
It's just a
of
Blade Runner ripoff. There's nothing there. There's
When
nothing
when
worthwhile
I
there.
first
I had
saw
no
when I
idea.
first saw
Lady said
Detroit,
you had him approved.
I actually thought
Silly.
I liked what I saw.
Again.
Okay, I can't focus on the actual game right now.
I believe this is for you.
Sorry, mate. I was talking too
A
much.
diamond ring? What has that to do with me?
A gift for you. From Henri.
Henri bought me so many expensive things. He never needed to.
Oh, one thing I will say about David Cage, though. One last thing I'll say about that asshole. When he was doing Beyond Two Souls, Elliot Page specifically told him not to make nude models of their body, and so he did make nude models while being after being specifically asked not to, because he's a fucking arsehole.
This is a note from Hobbs. that
What,
I
the
found
actors in
your
the
safe.
games?
Specifically of Elliot Page, yeah.
Bijou.
Which
you
one's Elliot
gave me the
Page?
keys.
Main character.
Oh,
What, in Heavy Rain?
No,
I don't
Beyond Two
remember.
Souls.
We didn't do anything else, did we, George?
I know the
The
main
note
character
is
is
addressed to
the
you.
girl.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Lane
Elliot
was telling
Page.
the truth.
Oh,
You
yeah,
were
okay.
in charge of the paperwork.
Oh, so what
Played
if
Kitty
I
Pryde
was?
in
That's not
the
illegal?
X-Men movies.
Wait, was that when they kind of re-released it in remastered it?
No,
PS4?
no, this was when they originally made it on PS3.
That is a dick move, to be honest.
Yeah, that's sexual
The note from
harassment.
Hobbs makes it quite clear that you knew him rather well.
Oh, all right, I did.
So, you lied to me. So you had the provenance made. You knew it was fake.
I'm not admitting anything.
I think Henri asked Medovsky for more money so that he could buy you that ring.
And maybe that's the reason he was shot.
Shut up, Nico. We don't know that yet.
No, honey.
We have no
She's
evidence.
right. Henri always felt he had to fight to keep me. Truth is, I love them both, Wilf and Henri. And now Henri is dead because of me.
Mm-hmm. It's all your fault, Bijou. It's also George's fault, but that's beside the point.
Go ahead. Ask your
Or there's a reason
questions.
why Omri
I
died.
promise I
Yeah,
will
it's
tell the
George's
truth
fault.
this time.
No, he recommended the security, and Omri went against his recommendation.
It's still George's fault. If he wasn't in the Broken Sword game, he never would have been killed.
So, you and Hobbs are lovers?
We have been ever since 75. Henri never knew about
So
it.
you're cheating on Henri the
We
entire
were in a
time.
band together back then.
So you were unfaithful to Henri right from the start.
It was never cheating. I loved them both.
It was unless they were both open to it, it was objectively cheating, Bijou. Like if they were both open to it, then you got a polycule, that's cool, great. But otherwise, yeah, you were cheating on both of them, actually. It's double cheating.
So you had Hobbs fake the provenance so that Lane would approve it for the insurance.
Wilf passed it to me, and I persuaded Lane to sign it. He never knew it was a fake. Wilf is brilliant at what he does.
Yes, counterfeiting. He is a criminal.
So what was Medovsky's role in all this?
It was all his idea. He'd had an offer on La Malédiction from someone. So Wilf put Medovsky in touch with me and Henri. He wanted to cash in on both the sale and the insurance. He set up the security company to deal with the robbery. I've been such a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Henri was never
You're an
so
accessory to
bad.
murder.
I know you didn't mean it like that.
You're going to jail for a long time, Bijou.
Wilf called me yesterday trying to comfort me.
That's a bit harsh, mate.
Accessory to murder.
Take care
Jail.
of me. That he had plans.
Does that mean
She
he has
didn't know
plans?
that
Yes.
she
We
she
joked
didn't know about the
secret
robbery, did she?
place.
She knew about the robbery,
About
yeah.
the
That was part of the
original
plan. They would
behind my
insure the
Yeah.
painting for more than it's worth, steal it, then
Thanks,
collect the
Bijou.
insurance.
You've been very
But I
helpful.
don't think she was gonna know that Omri was gonna die.
Still,
I don't think even.
I had
Still.
I don't think
a
even.
dream earlier.
I don't think even
Henri
Shears
was
wanted to
here,
kill Omri.
and
To
we
be honest.
danced together.
if you drop a brick out of
That must have
an
been
8th floor window and it hits
Anyway,
someone,
thanks
you
again
didn't
for
mean to
your
kill
time.
that person, but you still killed that person.
Nico, I think it's time we
That's
went to London.
manslaughter, not
Yeah.
murder.
Still murder. Not premeditated, but you still killed the human and are still going to jail.
No.
I
Can't
agree
think
with
of
that.
anything right
But
now.
manslaughter is
But let's
unintentional,
go. Shall we?
Still murder.
but a lesser form of murder. Let's say.
True, it's still a long time in prison.
Well,
Potentially even life, actually.
So in the end, Hobbs was at the heart of the whole scam.
All we have to do now is find the painting.
Yeah.
That is one thing I find ridiculous in certain for certain criminals. Is yes, it
I
is.
get to clear my name and keep my job.
You know what
Actually,
I
actually
find?
going slightly. That's rather good. I like impressive.
Well, you know,
Yeah, so we're gonna fight a werewolf.
I like more than a good conspiracy.
maybe Hobbs is a werewolf.
Hold on a second.
No, Hobbs is a hob.
What's the matter?
He's two hobs in a trench coat.
This chain
Is now in my pocket.
from the gate.
So?
It's been forced.
A break-in?
Yeah, breaking.
Or maybe a breakout? Hobbs escaping from Lady Piermont?
Then why is his van still here, George?
Maybe. But this doesn't feel right.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for now. I've been Merrick D'Amato.
And I've been Classic Gamer.
And fuck David Cage. Ciao. Hi. Thanks for watching. This has been played, edited, and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato.
And he's been helped by me, Classic Gamer.
You can find a link to Classic's YouTube channel, Classics Gamer, and his Twitch in the description below. Please like, comment, and subscribe.